Happy Thumbs Gaming. Big show.
Hey everybody, it's Brian with Happy Thumbs Gaming. Today we're checking out the walkthrough part 1 for level 4 Billstown, where we find 12 artifacts, 1 training manual, 3 Firefly Pendants, 2 Shiv Doors, 1 safe, and 2 optional conversations. Whew! Alright, so as mentioned in a couple of posts, and as some of you might be familiar with, the further we get into this story, the more acquainted I assume you are, and the less watching of gameplay that you want to do. So what we're going to do here is we're going to speed it up a little bit. We're not going crazy. We're going 2 times now. So you'll still be able to hear everything even though it'll be sped up. And for the cutscenes, I'll go ahead and slow it down and let you watch them. We'll probably get to the point of phasing out cutscenes here as we get a little bit further, unless they're really monumental to the story. But regardless, we're going to speed it up a little bit and get things going. As always, there are fast forward time links down below, so if you want to specifically go to an item or a collectible or whatever you're after, feel free to use those buttons down below and make your journey that much quicker and easier. Now, back to the story. There's a couple items, a supplement, and some other crafting items down below, and once you get done with that, make your way up to the top, and you will find a little shack on the left-hand side of this, what looks like some sort of like a yard area, like for a jail or something. And right beyond the shack, there's a plank. We'll go ahead and grab the plank and move it over to the shack. And once we get on top, we'll find a modified bar, which gives us the old melee upgrade. So now we can craft items with shivs and stuff like that on them. So, yeah, buddy. We'll take the plank that we grabbed, and we'll lay it down and make a bridge. Take a quick look at that Snoop Dogg's house over there in the distance. And once we get done with that, we will fall down on the correct side. Be careful, because you can actually fall on the wrong side here and have to do the whole climb up and jump across the plank again. Drop down over on the side by some old oil tanks. There's some salvage. And make sure you grab a brick for those car window experiences coming up soon. No, I'm just playing. We don't do any damage. Yeah, right. All right, so once you get to a certain point of comfortableness, you can actually drop down and get down below, and there's a couple clickers off to the right, so be careful. We're going to go in this main building right here and work our way in the first office to the left. There's a couple items on the shelf here, and there's even an artifact, as you can see down in the bottom left. I didn't mention the details on the upper left and the lower left, but I'm sure by now you already know. If you haven't figured it out, it's the level, the checkpoint, as well as the item and any details about it. Woo! So now you know. All right, so we'll grab Pill's note, throw it in the bag, and we'll go ahead and mash out. We make sure to grab some of the rest of the collectibles. There's some ammo in the desk and a couple crafting items on the paper box. Now this is where it gets squirrely. After the hallway here, we're going to go down the stairs. Don't forget to grab that supplement. But down the stairs, around the corner, there is a clicker or two. So we give you a quick little peek here. Open this door. If you go out there, you definitely run into some trouble. We'll give you a little off to the right here. Wait for the camera angle. Wait for it. There they go. There they go. All right. So unfortunately, you can't close the door and secure your safety. But nonetheless, they don't see you. So, well, as long as you don't make noise, I guess they don't see you. Make your way back up to the top, go out the door you came into the office building, and drop down below, and you will find a Shiv Door. Now, I do want to note that over where those clickers are, there, I believe there's a crafting item or two for defeating them in that little shed. We didn't really feel it was worth it, so we went to the Shiv Door instead and went ahead and looted and pillaged everything in sight. Once you get done with this room, we're actually going to head over to the gate and jump into a cutscene, and after the cutscene, it actually takes us to the next area. So once we get up to the gate, we realize it's locked, and they talk about how we're going to get over it, and as you might have guessed it, big strong guy, little tiny chick, gonna throw her ass over the top. Go do work. Do work, son, do work. Alright, here we go. Up and at 'em.
Just open it, ain't nothing else.
Upsy daisy. Alright. And it's important to note, too, that she's actually taken off a bar. If you use the bar that you picked up on top of the shack a little bit ago, the modified one, you might want to pick that up. Otherwise, keep the one you got because it's got some extra power. Well, I should say some extra angles, perhaps. All right, so back in the far left corner here, you will find a series of gnomes and whatnot, and you'll hear her even talk about, oh, gnomes. But that's pretty cool. We check those out. It's like Travelocity. This must have been like the Travelocity headquarters or something. Bunch of gnomes sitting there. You know what I'm saying? Once you've pilfered everything in that area, we're going to double back over to this pizza parlor. And inside the pizza parlor, there is an arcade machine. And we're going to go ahead and let Ellie check it out and then have an optional conversation with her. Look at that. We're already to optional conversation number 7. There's quite a few, though. I believe there's actually a dispute right now of how many there are, because our information says 37, somebody else's information says 37, but yet they're different. So we're wondering, is there 40? And people that have gotten our list have also gotten the other list, and they still don't have the trophy. So is the trophy glitched? What's going on? Regardless, we got that. And we know we got that one in the bag. And we'll take a peek outside, out back, and there doesn't seem to be anything, so we're going to turn and burn and go right back out the front door and head back down the street to an RV. But before we do that, we're actually going to take a little detour and go upstairs. And once we get upstairs, we find a few items, and we'll make it back down, and then this is when we head out to the RVizzle. You can see it at the end of the street. So we'll go ahead and head down there. There's actually a police car, as it'll be noted here. And, oh, there we go. And essentially, we're just going to use the police car to hop up on top. And over on the left-hand side of the RV, there is a Firefly Pendant. So we'll go ahead and swoop that up. Add it to our collection as well. Man, this is like a tour bus RV. This ain't your grandma and grandpa standard size. You have a freaking party in this son of a bitch. Party bus. Wonder if that's how this whole thing started. Party bus gone wrong. Too many drinks. Mix some mojitos with some Pepto-Bismol or something, and booyakashow. Worldwide epidemic. All right. Bookstore across the street from the RV has an alley, and be careful, because when you advance down the alley, a clicker runs and sets off a bomb, which actually is the first of Bill's bombs that we run across. Bill's the dude that we're in town to see that owes us a favor, we're hoping to get a car from, and he's got a slew of traps scattered throughout. So, real quick, stop, put on the headphones, listen to some Coldplay, and once you're done jamming out, we'll go ahead and make it through the back room. Not often that music stores actually have musical instruments in it, so we'll go ahead and check those out while grabbing the perimeter note, which is Artifact 20. On to the So you might be thinking to yourself, wait a minute, we just got 20. Why does it say 19 now? Well, to be completely honest with you, when you jump off the RV, it's actually slotted so that you go and run over to the fence, which we'll show you here in a second. And on the fence, there's a note. Note to Bob, as it notes down there. A note to Bob. Woo. That's funny. All right, so we will check everything out real quick, but before advancing, we double back and we actually go get that. We realize that we missed it, and we're realizing right now, oh, the light came on. We got to go grab the supplements. No, I guess it's a crafting item. And come on, turn around. Go back out front. There we go. I should have sped this up a little bit more, huh? At least you know what we're doing. If you're following along in the quick items, you know where it is, and you can advance to the next one. But there you can see it glowing on the fence down there. After a quick look at the note, we realized that he left us a save combination. Well, that was awfully nice of him. So now we will advance back down the alley, but there's actually a different way. You could go that way and crouch under it, but we weren't exactly sure that crouching would be enough at this point. They hadn't told us in the game yet, so we take the long way home and then make it all the way around. And we take a quick peek here, and guess what? Shiv Door. So we'll go ahead and pop out a Shiv. And open that sucker up. What up? Alright, grab some crafting supplies. A supplement or two. And then we'll get back to the track here. So that's basically like a back door entrance of the music shop there. A couple arrows over sitting on a dead dude there. And now we get to a ladder. And it's pretty self-explanatory. You put the ladder up on the truck. And we'll try to climb up it. Yay. Okay, back side of this chair, there is a bow along with some arrows. We obviously do not have the bow yet, so it's nice little weapon added to our arsenal. Cross the plank, climb all the way up to the very top of the roof. And here in a second, we're actually going to come up on some clickers. But we got to grab this board and move this up top first so that we can get across from building to building. This plank sure comes in handy. It's amazing what a piece of wood will do for you. Right, ladies? All right. All right. So now we're starting to look for the clicker here. Haven't quite found it yet. All right, cross the plank, drop down onto the little area, but not before taking out that clicker with your bow and arrow. It's crazy. An arrow is such a primitive tool, but yet it seems to take out the enemies in one shot, like every time, unless it's a, well, we won't ruin that for you, but there are some larger enemies that don't drop with one arrow. And, yeah, so definitely use the bow and arrow as much as possible, not only because of the fact that you can retrieve them, but also they're pretty deadly. So here's where you actually get told that you can crouch under a lot of these. There are some that are lower that don't work out that way, and I wouldn't advise trying to push your luck. But once you crawl off through that, head to the left-hand side, and you can see that at the end of the alley, there's a door being basically slammed on. Get everything that you can ready, including your weapons or maybe a Molotov or something awesome. But we grab our pistol and we go to get inside, and we find out that whoever was in here pounding on the door got scared of us unlocking it and ran off. But don't worry, he's right up here. He's going to charge us as soon as we get into this room. So, spoiler alert, scare factor, ever did. In this room to the left, you will see what I'm talking about. But we'll go ahead and grab the artifact, which is in the other room. I thought it was in there. My bad. All right, get ready. He comes out of nowhere, but really there's a room to the left that we couldn't see the door. Boom! Look at that. It's the first time we used our new weapon. And we went ahead and painted the TV for him. There's the letter sitting on the table in the corner there. You can tell it was intended for Rachel, but we'll go ahead and take that for her. Doubt she'll be getting this.
Do you think they ever found each other?
And take a quick peek around the kitchen and bathroom area and make sure you didn't forget anything. There is for sure a supplement in the bathroom. And again, if you're playing on an easier difficulty than hard, you may find a little bit more crafting supplies and items along the way than you're seeing in our video. For we are playing on hard, and the harder the difficulty, the less items you get. So, if you didn't know that, now you know. Learning's half the battle. G.I. Joe. Alright. I should have said G.I. Joel. That would have been a lot cooler. So, use a brick to blow up the bomb, and then up here you'll see another one. There's plenty of stuff laying on the ground for you to use and toss out there. So, pick it up and toss it. And keep on keeping on. You'll find you a little room all the way around in the corner here. Get inside. There's some ammo in a drawer, and this will open up another door that puts you in a snare trap, which is not fun. We did speed this up a little bit more so you wouldn't have to watch my horrible shooting. Again, I'd love to blame it on the shooting mechanics of the game, but I would imagine that it's probably more of a user error here. My noobness. You know, there's definitely shooting and action that's gone on so far, but not a whole lot to the point where I'm actually comfortable with the control scheme. I know it sounds like a cop-out, but it's true. I get a couple good shots. A couple dudes rush me, try to bite at me. But ain't nobody got time for that. So I smack them, blast them. This revolver is terrible. It's stock. I have not upgraded at all. Shoots super slow. It looks like it's shooting decent because I got it on ×2, but it's super slow, and the reload time is ridiculous. But here in a second, we get through all these a-holes, and then Ellie gets us down. But not before getting chased through one more round, my guys. These guys are a little bit more of a pain in the ass because they actually chase her around instead of just kind of running straight at you like they were before. But you seem to have unlimited ammo while upside down, so I wouldn't hesitate on trying to take that perfect shot. You know, as long as you got ammo or as long as you got one in the hole, I just keep bucking. Blah, blah. You'll know she's in trouble too with the little red medical icon that pops up, the little first aid symbol. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, all right. We good, but not yet. They're still attacking us. That's right. Thanks, Bill. That's what we call a decapitation. Immediately get up and follow Bill to the right. He's going to take us over, take out a few baddies for us or with us, depending on how you look at it. We found out that Bill does a pretty good job of taking them out for us. So as long as we can run around and, you know, be patient, we actually can save ourselves some ammo and most likely some health or the risk of death. Because, you know, those clickers, if they get their hands on you, it's over. Not the runners, though. The runners you can get out of. So you can see I'm just kind of running around, trying to get everything I can, but at the same time, avoid having to use any of my ammo. There is some health and a couple of crafting items floating around in the laundry room, so make sure you grab those before following Bill and proceeding into the truck, which then he'll take you into a cutscene. Yeah, and this is Doug's fault that they're slow, so if you don't like slow, normal cutscenes, tell Doug in the comments. I am.
Thanks for the heroics and all. Ellie. Hey, what are you... Joel?
Bill!
What are you doing?
Bill! Turn around and get on your knees. Just calm down a second. Turn around. All right. Get on your knees. Don't test me. Just take it easy. Any bites? Oh. Anything sprouting? Oh, God damn it, I'm clean. If I see so much as a trick. Ow! Stop! Son of a bitch! You done? Am I done? You come into my house, you set off all my traps, you damn near break my shooting arm. Who the fuck is this punk and what's she doing here?
I am none of your goddamn business, and we're here because you owe Joel some favors. And you can start by taking these off.
I owe Joel some favors. Is some kind of joke? I'll cut to the chase. I need a car. Well, it is a joke. Joel needs a car. Well, if I had one that works, which I sure as hell don't, what makes you think I'd just give it to you? Huh? Yeah, sure, Joel, go ahead. Take my car. Take all my food, too, while you're at it.
By the looks of it, you could lose some of that food.
You listen to me, you little shit.
No, fuck you! You handcuffed
I
me.
need you to shut up. All right? Whatever favors you think I owe you ain't worth that much. Actually, Bill, they are. Well, it don't matter because I don't have a car that works. But there is one in this town. Parts. There are parts in this town. Meaning that you could fix one up. All right. If I'm gonna do this, there's some gear I'm gonna need. All right. It's on the other side of town. Now you help me go gather it, and maybe I can put something together that runs. But after this, I owe you nothing.
That's fine. A couple days from now, we'll probably be dead anyway.
Good. Follow me. Whole goddamn town's booby-trapped. Best stay right on my ass.
Can't miss it.
Knock it off.
Alright, now that we got control of Joel, turn hard right and take a couple steps back, and you will find Artifact 22, which happens to be Bill's map. So now we know everything that Bill knows, except we're not crazy. On the ground, you'll find a melee bar, which, you know, hey, it's only got a couple shots left, but it's better than nothing if you ain't got nothing. And in the back room, you will find a crafting item and an Artifact 23, which is Fence's Note. Didn't really read it, so I'm not sure if fence is a person, but something about fences. So, all right, there's a supplement and some ammo back there as well. So, you know, take everything you got. Make sure to note of all the cool pictures in here, too. It kind of reminds me of like an Applebee's or a Red Robin. When you go there, there's always like a slew of you know, pictures. A little fun fact, too. Game of chess. Very fun. I'm actually good at it. And ironically, you know, it's very slow, and I'm very fast. So, anyways, yeah. All right, another fun fact for you. Over on the left-hand wall here, there is a Volkswagen bug. Some of you may already know this, but some of you may not. My name, In a Dub, actually comes from being a V-dub lover. I've owned a whole slew of Volkswagens. I currently own 4, and therefore I am driving around in a dub. Get it? So some of you may not have known that, but a little tribute to me, I'm sure. I'm sure Naughty Dog knew that I'm a Volkswagen lover. And off to the left, after we grab this training manual, which allows us to upgrade our shivs now, allows the shiv to be a little bit more durable. And we'll grab that, and off to the left-hand wall here. Wait for it. No, it's not the ketchup and mustard. Booyakashow, blue bug on the wall. There, you look at that. How awesome is that? Good stuff, Naughty Dog. Good stuff. All right, when you've made it all the way through here and you're comfortable that you've grabbed everything inside the bar, follow Bill out the bar. And what up, Harry Potter? See, look at that. I tell people that every once in a while, if you invite me, I might just have a spot open. And turns out somebody got lucky. So, anyways, head up the stairs, follow Bill up to the 2nd floor, and immediately turn around and head down the hallway into what appears to be some sort of a bedroom. Grab the crafting supply off the bed, and grab the artifact 24, the hunter's note, off the table. Go ahead and take a quick gander at it, and then throw it back in your pack. And before heading out of the kitchen, make sure that you grab the supplement on the stove. It's definitely a studio apartment. And you'll see there's another little room with nada in it, and Ellie conveniently gets in your way as always. And then we will actually have an opportunity to climb out a window. And before doing that, sneak into the bathroom, make sure there's nothing in there. In the hard mode, there isn't, but again, on some of the easier difficulties, you might find some extra stuff. So, into the other office room, and there's quite a bit of crafting supplies on the floor there. Pick them all up for your crafting pleasure. And continue to follow Bill, and, you know, I would look in every room if I were you. We show you where all the stuff is on the hard mode, but, you know, again, I would check every room. It has been rumored and I guess verified by our very own Dougie Fresh that even on the easy mode playing through that you don't seem to get enough supplements to fully power up Joel, nor do you get enough items to fully build up all your weapons. So, unfortunately, you will have to probably play a New Game Plus to obtain those trophies. It's kind of crazy how the trophies are in and up for this game. So little of them, but yet they seem to be fairly time-consuming to get. All right, so once you're out of the office building, you come out into this alleyway, street area, or whatever. You notice some guys at the end of the street. It doesn't take them long to catch on to you and head this way. Truth be told, I actually struggled with this area and died a couple of times, which is why you see kind of that rough edit right there. But once they start charging, my best advice to you is to use a Molotov, because they will run right into it or through it. I kind of jumped the gun on that second Molotov. I should have waited a little longer. Still burned up a couple of them, but I still had to deal with them, which I probably could have thrown a bottle and got more than one with it. So, anyways, barbecue's now officially over. We will look around for any crafting supplies or items that we can find laying around. And we're going to take a quick break real quick, too, and go ahead and bump up with our items there. Down in the corner, you'll also notice that we have queued up Firefly Pendant 9, and we are also working through the Safehouse now. So, which I probably should have mentioned a little sooner. It actually transitioned when we went into the bar and for the chest and all that. So, this will be the third area or checkpoint of level 4. And so we're just making good ground. So, all right. This is a little ridiculous. I threw everything at it. My wife was sitting right next to me. I shot bullets at it. I did all sorts of stuff. I was so pissed. I had to give it a good teabagging. So use bottles or bricks to save ammo. I had a tremendously hard time hitting that, with everything. So there's lots of stuff around. I would save your ammo, use all the bricks and bottles, but definitely toss it up there. And I apologize for that horrible edit and just my ultimate noobness there, dude. It was horrible. Glad you didn't have to watch the whole thing. So once you get in here, make sure you get in that little storage area that Bill opens up for you. There's a couple items in there. And then once you're ready, progress up to the top of the stairs. And once you get all the way up here, head far left, and you will actually find some crafting supplies. And Bill will keep talking to you. And here, there's a little... a storm cubby. I don't remember what you call this. This is the way to the basement. Let's call it that way. A little hatch. Once you fire up the hatch, it'll take us to a cutscene, which that's where we're going to end it. So that's going to go ahead and conclude The Last of Us Level 4 Bill's Town Walkthrough Part 1. And I'm not going to go through the whole list of collectibles. You already know what we're after. And we're going to grab them all, as you've seen in the previous videos. So hopefully you found this helpful, and if you have, why don't you go ahead and head on over to Facebook or Twitter, and maybe even just comment and subscribe down below to show your appreciation and let us know. If you got any comments or suggestions for us, slap them down there. Questions, whatever it may be, let us know. We're here to help. It's what we're here for. So anyways, until next time, head on over to HappyThumbsGaming.com. Check the site out if you haven't already, and see ya.